Welcome back to the channel. I've got something a bit different today. I've got a battery drain on the Challenger, so I'm going to talk you through the best way of trying to figure out a battery drain, or at least the best way that I've found to do it. So yeah, I'll talk you through and hope you enjoy. First things first, with any battery drain, just need to make sure that the car's locked, the doors are closed, windows are closed, and then wherever the battery is, so if it's under the bonnet, just latch the bonnet closed so it thinks it's shut. In this case, it's in the trunk or the boot, so we've just latched that shut. We're at the battery, so it looks as though the car's pretty much going to sleep. There's no lights on the dash or anything's now flashing, and if you can see here, I've got this DC clamp meter, so I picked this up off Amazon. It was about 20, just under 20 quid. Great bit of kit. So I've got it clamped around the negative cable on the battery. What's happening is it's draining every couple of days. Put a new battery on anyway, and as you can see, we're at 1.39 amps. So the cool thing is with this Challenger is it's relatively straightforward. It's got a fuse box just here, and it's got a fuse box under the bonnet. What happens when it comes off the live cable here, it splits. So that one goes off to the front fuse box and the starter and alternator, and then this one comes directly up to this fuse box here. So what I'll do, we'll take the clamp meter off the earth cable and we'll pop it onto the singular cable that's going off to the fuse box. So that's telling us that at the minute we've got 1.13 amps being drawn through this fuse box. So next bit of kit is this Sealy. Basically what we do is just turn it on and wait for it to load up. Right, so what we do is just take the two leads. One sec. So we take the two leads like that, and then what we're going to do, I'll just probably just try and rest you somewhere. A bit tricky with a stand. So as you can see, we're still on that 1.1 amp, fluctuating slightly. And then what you do is, if one of the fuses is drawing any current, this thing will beep a certain way. So what I'll do is I'll just try and rest you somewhere. No, I can't. There, see if it'll rest. So what I'll do, I'll put it onto a fuse. Says, just move the torch. So yeah, put the two pins onto a fuse. We'll see what it does. And if you hear that long beep, that means there's no current going through that fuse. So you're going to go through each individual fuse and see which one is drawing a current. There's some more down there. I've traced it down to these 220 amps here, so if I just touch them on this one, you'll hear the difference. Oh, that one's gone off. Did you hear that changing beat then? One more time. That one is drawing some current, but just checked the amp meter, and it's actually dropped right off to 0.05, 0.07. So at 0.07, 0.08, that's like 90 milliamp. That's a little bit too high. So I'm going to pull that one fuse out that was giving us a reading, a current reading. So we'll pull that out with the fuse puller. So as you can see, pull the fuse out, and then sometimes what you find is it starts fluctuating a little bit on you. See, it's gone up a little bit. You just got to give it a few minutes just to settle back down, and then we'll see what it reads then. What I'll do is I'll just put it back onto the earth. So back on the earth, and as you can see, it's reading the same as what it's reading on that cable there, so we know whatever our current drain is, it's in this fuse box at the back. So we don't need to go to the fuse box at the front. We don't need to worry about that. So it's still fluctuating there, and that's way too high. So I'm going to pull this fuse out and then see whether it drops off. As you can see, that's us, no drain. So I'm happy with that. Anything up to 50 milliamp will do for me. So let's just have a look on the fuse box key which we've got here. Again, the good thing with American cars is they give you quite a lot of information. So it was fuse number 63, I believe. Nope, it couldn't have been that one. 38. Look, 38's the end one. So yeah, 37, sorry. So let's have a look at 37 on here. 37 is for the radio. So I've taken the fuse out for the radio. But what we'll do is we'll disconnect the radio, and then we'll find out what's going on. So you can see that drain's right off there. Oh, it's just started to creep back up a little bit. And there's someone else still getting us there. So I'm just gonna take out the fuse next to it, which also give us a bit of something. Let's take that one out. See if that drops. It stays dropped. So I'll overlay the wiring diagram anyway, and then you can see. But basically, got the radio out of the dash. Basically, just a case of pulling the dash trim out straight forward, and then just 4 screws holding radio in. So I've disconnected the multi plug on the back of here, and I think it was pin 44 was the red. The wiring diagram, I'll overlay it, and you can see which one it was. And that was the one that comes directly from the fuse in the fuse box. So as you can see, I've disconnected the stereo. Then what we'll do, we'll go to the back and we'll get everything back. I'll put the fuse, I think I've already put the fuses back in, but I'll lock the car up like that, and then it'll go to sleep, and then we'll go back into the back. Yeah, as you can see, I'll put the fuses back in there, and I've got this clamp meter here. The beauty is we're using the clamp meter. You don't have to put you don't have to set the multimeter amps and put it in line to check for your drain. These are so much easier. Should have got one of these a long time ago. So we'll set it to amps, and then we'll just reset it, pop it back on the cable, and as you can see, the drain be gone.